students, welcome back to my channel Companion Chemistry. So this is the third video of General Organic Chemistry, and previously I have made two more videos regarding the introduction, okay, and then the next one was about Lewis structure and bond line structure. So today in the third video we are going to read about the classification of organic compounds. So I have drawn a chart right behind me, so this is for your reference, so just have a look. Okay, so first we will see that the organic compounds are classified into two parts. First is acyclic, another one is cyclic. Now under cyclic comes homocyclic and another one is heterocyclic. Now again in under homocyclic comes alicyclic and aromatic, and then again under aromatic comes benzenoid and non-benzenoid. See, by looking at the chart, you must be thinking about what are the basic definitions of these compounds and what are the examples. So next we are going to learn about the definition of each type by checking few examples. First, we are going to learn about the differences between acyclic and cyclic structures. So for cyclic structures, as the name suggests, it will be in a closed form, a cyclic form. Whereas in case of acyclic, it will be open chain. It will be a straight chain without any cyclic structure. So as you can see, for example, I have taken in acyclic CH3CH2CH3 in a straight manner. It's written absolutely straight. But in the same way, I have taken a structure with 3 carbon, but it is in a closed form. Now, a homocyclic has got its two types, alicyclic and aromatic. So in alicyclic, what it is, it's also a ring structure, only having carbon, fine, but it has some properties of that of aliphatic. Okay. And aromatic means it will be another ring structure having carbon only, but it will also have at least one benzene ring. Now, what is the basic difference between aromatic structure and aliphatic structure? For that you need to continue with this video. You must be wondering about what actually benzene is. So let's see, benzene is nothing but a hexagonal closed organic compound having only carbon atoms and also double bonds, 3 double bonds placed in the alternative position. Let's see, just see, it's a cyclic structure having carbons and at each ends and also 3 double bonds at alternate positions. Means if this bond is having a double bond, then again one leaving one, another one will have one more double bond, and leaving this one is going to have a double bond. So this is the basic structure of benzene, which says it's a organic compound, cyclic organic compound having 6 carbon atoms and 3 double bonds placed in alternative positions. So 2 more examples of benzene we will see, that is toluene, a benzene ring with a CH3, another one is a benzene ring with OH, that is phenol. So these two are derived from basic benzene structures. Okay, now we are going to move on to the next category of benzenoid and non-benzenoid. That is the subtype of homocyclic aromatic compounds. Now we are going to focus about 2 types of structures which include benzene. The number one is benzenoid, another one is non-benzenoid. Okay, so under benzenoid comes fused benzene structures and another one is isolated benzene structures. So what happens during fused? In the fused benzene structures, the benzenes are attached to each other. In case of isolated benzene structures, there are 2 or more benzene structures, but they are separated or they are isolated with each other. Let's see some examples. Okay, so the first one in the fused is our very own naphthalene. So see, here 2 benzene rings are there. Okay, 2 benzene rings, 6 carbons each. And another one is phenanthrene. In the phenanthrene there are 3 benzene rings, 2 here and 1 at the top. Okay, now what is the difference between isolated benzene structures? Okay, isolated benzene structures are basically 2 benzenes are there, but as you can see they are not attached to each other. They are connected through a bond here, but they are not attached to each other. Now we are going to see the examples of non-benzenoid structures. So what are non-benzenoid structures? See, non-benzenoid structures are those ringed organic compounds which have got rings, but that is something other than that of benzene. Means rings will be there, but those are not benzenes. That means those will not be 6 carbon ring. So let's see some examples. The first one is tropone. There are 7 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then you have got 3 double bonds, and at carbon 1 there is a double bonded O. Okay, so see, this is 7 carbon, so this is definitely not benzene. So that is why this falls under the category of non-benzenoid structures. Okay, so one more example I have taken is that of the azulene. So what is azulene? See, there are 2 rings are fused together. One is the 7 carbon ring and another one is a 5 carbon ring. Here 7 carbon atoms are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it is fused with 5 carbon ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So none of them are benzenes. So that is why tropone, azulene and many other are there which falls under the category of non-benzenoid structures. So here comes the last category of organic compounds, that is heterocyclic compounds. Till now we were doing about homocyclic and their subtype, and this is about heterocyclic compounds. So what are heterocyclic compounds? These are compounds which has got carbon, which has got also rings, but apart from carbon there must be some other heteroatoms like nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur and so and so. So let's see some examples. The first one which I have taken is furan. Furan is a 5 carbon oxygen. Along with oxygen there is a organic compound called furan. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 carbons and at the center there is an oxygen. Name is furan. So another type is pyridine. Here we have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms and at the center it's a nitrogen and the name is pyridine. Like this, a lot more heterocyclic compounds are there. So by this we come to the end of the video. Hope everyone has understood and everyone has liked. Do comment in the comment section and please tell me what else you want to learn. I have started general organic chemistry, so basically I am aiming to finish that chapter first, then doing some other chapter. But if you suggest me to do something else, then I'll start that too. Okay, alternatively. So do share and like my video and subscribe for more interesting videos. Thank you.